Welcome to Ohio Rail Trail Routes and Roads. This is day 2 of the round trip. Starting at the Bridge of Dreams just outside of Danville and following the Ohio to Erie Trail north to Massillon. A beautiful day of 64 miles and just under 1,700 feet of climbing. So good morning. It's about almost 8 o'clock. Got up this morning, did a little maintenance on my bike. Been chasing this problem for over a year with this bike that I just can't fix, and thought it would be resolved because I got a brand new wheel, brand new hub, and I thought it was a hub squeaking. And I put it on 2 days ago and didn't test ride it because I hadn't had time. So I got on the bike for this trip, and the squeak is still there. The day is supposed to be beautiful, mid-70s again. So we'll start out with a light jacket and go from there. I decided this morning I'm just going to have a couple bags of oatmeal, put some raisins in it. So that's my morning oatmeal with raisins in it. So pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so finally we're off this morning. I think the trip to Massillon's a little longer. I think it's 64 miles. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. Get into the mid-70s, so not too hot. But what I remember of this part of the route, it's it's still train grade, but it's pretty much all uphill for like the next 10 miles. Kilbuck's at mile 15. Probably stop there, maybe if it's still cold, if I'm still cold, and grab some, maybe a hot chocolate or something. This is the town of Glenmont. There's really nothing here for food on this route. But that last downhill was about 4.5 miles or 4 miles. So the uphill is about 4.5, the downhill is about 4. So hello. So they're supposed to be working on path through here to extend the trail, which is good. Glad to see them do it. I've never had an issue on this part of the road though. It is a little windy, so I guess I can see how they would consider it a little dangerous maybe. But again, riding in Amish country, people tend to be used to seeing slower moving vehicles. They tend to watch out for them, so I personally would prefer to leave this put that trail money to somewhere else, but I don't know where it's coming from, so I'm guessing from the county, so, which is good. It'll be nice, I'm sure, when it's done, because it'll be used for both not only the Ohio to Erie and the bicycles and people hiking, but also for the Amish with their horses and buggies. So we're gonna stop right here. If you're on the left, just a little quick shop. Probably grab a breakfast sandwich if they got one, and a drink. So we got a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich and a Gatorade for breakfast. Breakfast number 2. So we're just leaving Kilbuck here. This catches the trail here again here shortly, so just really on the outside of town. As I was leaving that little restaurant, or that little convenience store there was a guy going south on the Ohio to Erie. So he stopped and we had a quick chat. Nice guy, he's done a lot of biking. He's the first time he's done this trail without camping. He's hoteling and, you know, knows, I guess, enough people along the route. He's retired, has a little more time to do these types of things, which is really cool. Good for him. Some bike tour guide stuff, and went from St. Augustine to Austin, Texas this year on the southern tier route. So, but really nice guy. Pretty cool to meet people that are doing kind of the same thing you're doing. Makes it pretty fun. Just kind of swap some stories and hear what other people were doing. So he was surprised that I wasn't doing the actual trail, but got it right. Makes sense to do the loop. So Kilbuck is kind of surrounded by swampland, and that's a lot of stretches that are similar to this. So I don't know. I'm not dealing with any bugs today, so maybe it's been cold enough in the evenings that taking care of the bugs. I don't know, but it's pretty different scenery than you usually see in Ohio.
This I have not seen before on this trail. You get horse and buggy, but never seen the Conestoga wagon. Pretty cool. So there were about 15 people on that wagon, so I guess that's why they had the wagon out. So about 27.5 miles right here. A little town coming up. Probably stop and stretch my legs a little bit. I spent the last 3 or 4 miles talking to a guy who rides this on a pretty regular basis. Retired, and of course doesn't have stuff on his bike, but he was keeping a really good pace. Didn't have any problems getting out in front of me. So good for him. Hope to be him someday. Trail has been pretty busy today. It's a Saturday. The weather's perfect. So not surprising. But I also feel like this trail gets a lot of traffic anyways. So this town is Holmesville, which is part of in Holmes County, and this is the Holmes County Trail that we just got off of. And I can't remember if this connects back up to another trail up here or not. It's been a while, I guess. So we'll see what happens. So that was probably a little bit less, or a little bit more than a quarter mile through town there. 25-mile-an-hour roads, and it does pick back up on trail. I will say that I do feel like the signage is really good. I feel like they've added bike route signs since the last time I've done this over top of the Ohio to Erie Trail signs, or the Bicycle Route 1 signs, whichever they are. But it's nice not to have to worry about really kind of missing a turn, because I've been known to miss a turn or two. Fredericksburg, little spot here on the corner. I grab something to eat. So now we start to climb some hills. Just had a little piece of pizza out that shop there on the corner. Something to drink. Refilled my water bottles there at the store. And the hills will be here for the next probably 20 miles. So I just rode through Apple Creek, and there's several places to grab food to eat there, but maybe more importantly, if you're riding the Ohio to Erie or you're riding this route, there's a laundromat right on the corner, so it's right on the route. You don't have to go off route or anything. It's like we have softball game going on over here on the left, or a baseball game. Listen closely to the music coming out of the Amish buggy. So I'm taking a little break, almost to Dalton. Just found some shade here. It was getting a little warm. Just kind of hanging out in these people's front yards. So had a little power bar, a little bit of a power bar, and some water. And mile 48, so that means I've probably got another 14, 15 miles. Yeah, gonna get back on the bike here in a little bit and see if I can knock it out. There we go. This is Dalton. Got the ice cream stand here to the right. They do burgers and stuff like that too. So this is the Sippo Valley Trail. Last time I rode this, it was a mess. Like a ton of roots and stuff come up through it and things like that. It's making it really bumpy, really hard to ride and try to keep a pace. I was kind of hoping that maybe they'd redone a little bit of this trail. So far, not so much. Hello. Alright, on the Sippo Valley Trail still, just entered into Stark County. That section was not as bad as it was previously. You can see where they went through and they had taken down a bunch of high spots where the roots had grown up, so definitely way better than it was. There's the Massillon Recreation Center right there. It's closes at 3 and I'm a little late, but they do have showers there. Here we are as trailhead to the right, camping to the left.
Once I arrived at camp, I grabbed some dinner with my brother and his family, then returned to camp in hopes of a good night's sleep on a cool evening. Something else had a different idea.